Hello, hello, and welcome to Wednesday. It is hump day. It is after the holidays, before the holidays. Oh, what a fun time of year. Hope you all are doing well. I hope you had wonderful holidays today, or not today, sorry, this week. And let me just, okay. So if you're joining me today, let me know what your plans are for today. Are you on vacation this week? Are you working today? Are you actually on your lunch break? I have not decided what I'm doing for lunch. I actually have the week off from my normal job. So I am actually going to be doing a full day of crafting so I can get ready for our Stampin' Fun and More at 6:44 tomorrow night. We have our paper pumpkin on Friday, and I have an awesome live event that I will be doing Friday for my year-end clearance. So what is a year-end clearance? Oh my goodness, I have stuff in my craft room here that I need to get rid of because I have to make way for the new products coming in. So, I'm sorry, and don't know why this is not coming up for me. So if you're joining, say hello, leave a comment, send me some love. All right, and let's just see here. I'm just giving everyone a second or two to join in. I know I started just a tad early today, which is rather unusual. So, just going to take a sip of my coffee and go over to my web page here on my computer. And let's see here. Okay, let's refresh our screen. Okay. All right, so we're going to get started, and we are going to be talking about kits today. So I do have a kit promotion. It's called Crazy for Kits. It's my host code. This is in the comments on the video today, so it should already be there. I will be posting this to my website. This right now is going to be good from December 28th through December 31st. And what this is Stampin' Up! Has challenged me to sell 6 kits to 6 different customers, and I can be entered to win a tote bag from them. So I need your help to do that. So I need 6 customers to purchase kits. So I'm going to throw a little something extra in there. Anyone who purchases 3 kits will receive a free embellishment from me. And as soon as I close, I will have it sent out. It'll have to be after the holidays because, you know, I can't promise mail or anything during the holidays, so it will be shipped out after the holidays. And since we're in a little short period between the current mini catalog ending and the new mini catalog starting, I decided to just show you some things that we have available all the time. So we can always have kits available. Stampin' Up! Does change around what kits, and every month or 2 months they offer a new kit. Now this one has been available for a while. This is called No Matter the Weather Card Kit, and it gives you the supplies that you need to make 9 different cards. And what I'm going to do is, well, you can see the cards that are here, and in the kit directions, it tells you how to make each of the cards and what supplies you will need. But for this, I'm going to change it up just a little bit, and I'm going to make some alternative projects just to show you something that you can do with your kits once you've used the supplies in your kits. I'm pulling in a couple other items here. I have a piece of basic white. Actually, I'm not going to do that card first. I'm going to do 2 cards for you. The first card I'm going to do is going to be using our Blushing Bride here, because one of the colors in our kit is going to be Calypso Coral, and, oh, sorry, this is Petal Pink, not Blushing Bride. And the Petal Pink and Calypso Coral go really well together, so that's why I'm pulling this one in. I have a piece of basic white. This measures, and I forgot to write my measurements down. So this is 3 3/4 by 5. So I have that right there. And then what I've done is I've taken one of the envelopes from the kit here. And let's go ahead and grab this. And I'm going to show you how I cut it down. And bring in my trimmer. I'm just going to trim off the edges of this. So I'm going to turn this way. And we're just going to run my trimmer down here. I'm going to flip it over and just trim the edge off of here as well. All right, just like that. So we have some amazing kits. One thing I love about kits is, you know, after the holidays and I need to just create without having to pull out a lot of things, I can just pull one of my kits out and stamp away. And some of our kits don't even, aren't even stamping kits. They're just kits that you put together, so there's no stamping required. So if you're new to stamping, new to kits, you can try out one of those kits. Okay, and so this piece here is going to measure 3.5. And then I'm going to trim off the little white edges here, so I get to be 4 3/4. All right, so 4 3/4. There we go. All right, so now I'm saving this part of my envelope because I'm going to use this for my next card. Throw away those scraps. All right, so now let me show you some of the contents of this kit. This kit is really cool. So you get a full sheet of, they're not stickers, but they're die cut shapes. So let me get this out. So you get enough to make all 9 cards. So we'll be using some of this. So the pieces that we're going to be using are going to be these cute little boots. And then, let's see here, what did I do with this? I need that piece. There's a couple other pieces I have in my kit here that I'm using. You do get some banners and some circle dies in here. This is one of the cards that you can make with the kit. You do get a stamp set. So this is the adorable little stamp set here. Let me flip it over. So this says here, you are capable of amazing things. Let love grow. No matter the weather, we're in this together, and wishing you brighter days ahead. So then there's some clouds and there's some snowflakes, raindrops and some rain and little hearts that you can use. So yeah, look at all these fun shapes that you get in here. So you just punch all those out. Then you get your card bases, which are just white. And then you get some backgrounds here. So this is all part of your kit. Also in your kit, you're going to be getting your glue dots, your dimensionals. You're going to be getting a basic gray Stampin' Spot, and then some baker's twine. So let's go ahead and I'm going to make this card up here. Okay. And the next thing I want to do is I also have this piece left over from my envelope. I'm going to use this with my frame for it dies. Now this is going to be in the new catalog, the new mini catalog, but it's currently available. These are one of the sneak peeks that Stampin' Up! Offered, so you can get these frames. I love these because this right here will cut out 2 ovals. It'll cut out, I'll show you in a minute, it'll cut out a frame and it'll also cut this oval out in the middle. So we're going to do that. So let's bring in our mini cut and emboss machine. Now Stampin' Up! Has an amazing deal, and I do have to tell you, it is truly an amazing deal. During celebration, which starts on January 4th, you can get this as part of your starter kit. And there's more. It comes in boho blue, which is going to be one of our new upcoming in colors. Hello, Barbara. Hello, Beth. All right. Hello, Becky. How are all of you today? All right. Let's go ahead and just run this through our little die cut machine here. Now, you might kind of think this is a familiar kit because this was a paper pumpkin kit from March of 2020. And if you were lucky enough to have been a subscriber then, you would have received an additional stamp set with it. So the additional stamp set, for those of you that were subscribed on, is this cute one with the bunny and the boots. So if you were lucky enough to get it then, if not, this is still a great kit. Gives you some extra things that you can make right away. And then here are the 2 framed oval frames. We're not going to use this piece. We're just going to use this one. I love this because it creates so many different frames in here. So let me show you. So this is one of our other frames that it creates, and that's this one right here. And you do get that oval as well on the inside. And then this one here cuts out little hearts, which is really cute. All right. So I just need that piece for right now. And so I was going to tell you about the celebration sign up, and I'll have more about that. I'll be talking a lot more about signing up and what it means and well, basically being a demonstrator is you always have a discount anytime you shop. It's not a one-time coupon. It's every time you shop. Just saying. It's definitely worth it. But what they have right now is, let's see. Oh, I don't have the promotion here. Where is it? Oh, I'll have to look for it, and I'll post something later this week. But anyways, it's a really good deal, and it is awesome. Let me just see if I can scroll through here real quick and get it. Nope. All right, I'll have to look it up for you and post it. Okay, so let's go back to our card, because this is what we're here for, right? So I'm going to put my little oval on here, and I'll get everything assembled in just a minute. I like to kind of lay out my card before I actually go ahead and assemble it. I'm going to take a strip of basic white. Now, this is just a 1/2-inch scrap, so when I cut my card bases and my layers, I always end up with 1/2-inch strips. So I'm going to pull in the stamp that says, you are something, you are capable of amazing things. And we're going to pull in our basic gray. Now, I like to use my large stamp pad, just preference, especially when I'm doing videos instead of the Stampin' Spot. But if you want to grow your color collection, this is a great way to do it because you get a different color Stampin' Spot. Now, if you don't like surprises, that's why kits are amazing things, because you can go online into my online store and check out the kits, and you can see what those kits look like. In fact, Barbara, did you open up your kit? Barbara was lucky enough to get the birthday card organizer for her Christmas gift. My son picked that out to get to her. All right, so this is going to be our card. Pretty cute, pretty simple. We're going to just step it up a little bit by adding a little bit of bling. And by bling, what did I just do with my bling? We have in our kit, pull that back out, these little raindrops and epoxy dots. So I'm just going to add some of the epoxy dots in there. And then I'm going to also bring in my Sweet Sorbet Baker's Twine. So I'm doing this just to show you that you can use some of the other products you have in your stamp room. If you have linen thread, you have white Baker's Twine, whatever works that coordinates with your colors. I thought the Sweet Sorbet went just fine. Yes, it's a little different color, but no one's going to really notice that. So let's move these off to the side. I'm going to go ahead and adhere these two things together. So I'm just bringing in my seal. And then before I put that on my card front, I want to wrap my Baker's Twine around there. All right. So I'm just going to do one. Oh, that wasn't very straight, but oh well. All right. And we'll go one more time here. So 1, 2, 3. All right, and I need to wrap this a little better because I don't have enough room here to make a bow. All right, so I'm not really worried about where this is at the moment. I just want to be able to make my bow, and then I'll slide it down before I do anything else. So I'm going to make a knot first. It just makes it easier for me to tie my bow, especially when I'm working with some thin twine or linen thread. It just makes it easier. All right, so there's my little bow. We'll just make that a little bit smaller. We'll trim our ribbon down in just a minute there. So I'm going to slide this down a little bit. And let's just see where this is going to go. I do need to be able to get my sentiment on there as well. So I'm going to put my sentiment here. So I need to slide that up just a little bit. So this is why I didn't adhere that down. So I have the ability to slide that up. I don't want to cover my sentiment. I don't care if one piece of string hangs over it. That's fine. Okay, let's go ahead. We're going to adhere this on. We're going to take some dimensionals. So I'm just going to grab my stack of dimensionals here. So let me tell you a little bit about Celebration. So Celebration is Stampin' Up's way of kind of rewarding everyone for purchasing. And for every $50 or $100 that you spend in an online store, you can pick a stamp set or designer series paper. There's all sorts of things that are available. And let me tell you, this year's Celebration is awesome. It really is. There are some adorable things in there. It is while supplies last, and I can tell you some of those things are going to run out pretty darn quick. There's some amazing designer series paper. There is some amazing stamp sets in there. You're going to love them. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put this on dimensionals as well. So if you're wondering what I'm doing here, I have just my dimensional sheet here, and I had taken all the little pieces off. So now I've got just those little outer edges. Great way to use your little scraps. Don't throw them away. Go ahead and use them. So you get more than 300 pieces of dimensional in here if you're using your little edges. So talking about Celebration again. I love Celebration. It's a great time of year to get free products when I have to replenish my stamp room. So, you know, for the holidays, I made all my homemade cards. So I have a lot of things I need to replenish. I have cardstock, adhesive, everything else like that. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put 2 dimensionals at the bottom of my boots here. So I'm going to put one right there, one right here. And the reason I'm doing that is just so the height of my boots matches the height of that. And then I'm going to go ahead and put some seal on there. Put those right here. I'm going to slide this right under, just like that. And now I know I need dimensionals on this side as well, so it keeps that supported. So I'm just going to put 2 on the end here. Oh, if I can get it picked up. And I'll just put a little bit of seal there. So slide that under. There we go. All right, let's get our little embellishments here. And I'm going to grab my take a pick tool. Let's see. So I did just get an extra one. This is the one I want. Get my little putty out there. So when your little glob of putty comes off, if you just twist this a little, it'll start sending more putty out. All right, let's just grab some of these little. I'll put 1, 2, and they're really subtle, but you can kind of see. If you wanted to add something more, you could grab, some basic rhinestone jewels, or you can grab some pearls. Pearls would have been really cute on here too. All right, so now let's go to our next card. And remember I had said, make sure that you don't throw that flap away because we're going to use that. So let me just get that flap here. I have a piece of thick basic white here. And I have one of the little boots. I have, this comes from our seasonal labels dies. So I'm putting that there. I need some little flowers. So here are the flowers that I picked out. And then I went ahead and I stamped Let Love Grow, which is from my stamp set here that you get with this kit, using my basic gray on one of the little banners that came in the kit. All right, so I just need to press this down so it sits flat for us here. There we go. All right. Now, this makes a great card just like this, but I feel like I need a little bit more. So that is where this piece comes in. Now, you notice we have that glue there that was on our envelope. So I'm just going to simply take my snips and I'm just going to cut around it. Just like that. I'm going to go ahead and cut these white pieces off. And I'm just cutting along where the pattern paper stopped, just to give me a little bit of something in there. And so now I'm just going to layer it just like this. It's a great way to use extra pieces. And let's go ahead. We're just going to put adhesive on there. Quick and simple ways to use your kits. Now you can definitely step it up a lot more by adding some embossing in here, adding more die cuts. You could stamp along here. Let's go ahead and pop this up on dimensionals. All right, and going back to my Crazy for Kits. So anyone who purchases 3 kits from now until December 31st will get a free embellishment from me. And I'm going to put quite a few on here because I happen to grab my minis instead of my regular dimensionals. Okay. So we have this like this now. We're going to put that right in the middle. Now, before I do anything else, I want to give this a little bit more because it just seems it needs a little something. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring in a scrap piece of paper here. What did I do with my scrap paper? Here it is. Okay. I'm going to put that right under there. And I'm going to bring in my Calypso Coral blend here. You can do this with a marker. You can do it with a spritzer. We may have to do a little technique maybe in the next couple of days with spritzers. All right. So now I'm just going to smack this. And notice I have a little bit of texture now to my card. Okay, let's get putting this on. And I'm going to pop this all in dimensionals. Now notice I'm going to be spacing that apart. That's because I think the top of these boots, let me talk a little better. Top of those boots, there we go. Their little buckles are so cute. I want those to be seen. And if I actually put this together, it's really kind of hard to see that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just do this. So our flowers look like they're growing out of there. Well, maybe not. Maybe we'll just do this. I think I can probably layer it okay. And we can do our Let Love Grow right here. Yeah. Down there. I think I need to have a little something, so probably should have put my baker's twine on beforehand. All right, so let's just pull this up. This one was kind of I had the idea in my head. I didn't have it actually planned out. So you get to see my little creative swirling going on here. All right. I just need to peel that up just enough for me to get a... There we go. Just to get some baker's twine around there. And now this time I actually think I'm going to use some linen thread. I just want it to be a little more subtle. And I'm going to double this up though. All right. That should be enough. And I'm just guesstimating on how much I'm grabbing here. I didn't really measure it. And just need to kind of flip this over. Tie a bow off to the side here. Again, I'm going to tie that knot just to make it so much easier on myself to tie my bow. I could just leave it like that and have those strings hang, which, you know what, let's try it out. And if we don't like it, I can always tie the bow after. So since I peeled those off, I'm just going to add a couple more back on, just to make sure this sticks. All right. There we go. Turn it this way. Put that right there. Okay. I'm going to have this. I'm going to put some dimensionals on that. Let's move this away so we can see what's all happening here. All right, and we'll put that right here. Go ahead and bring in our flowers and put some dimensionals behind these. Now, when I'm putting the dimensionals on, I don't want to go too low because I want that to slide over the top of the boots. So notice I'm leaving a little bit of space there. Doesn't have to be a lot, just a little bit. All right. So I just love using my kits to make some different cards. While I do love the ideas that Stampin' Up! Gives me, sometimes I just need to do a little more. So I kind of like that right there. I'm just going to go ahead and just put some adhesive right in the middle of my label there. Slide it underneath my boots. And again, I could trim that, or let's tie the bow. I need to grab both pieces here, and I'm just having struggles. There we go. All right. Okay, so let's make our bow just a tad smaller. Give a nice little tug. Snipper ends off here. Snip a little bit off here. Here we go. And tug a little bit more. So nice, quick, and easy. Just a way to use some of your extras in your kit. Here we go. So let's bring in that first card. And there we go. So this was really just using one envelope. Brought in a couple of my other die cuts. And really some other baker's twine and linen thread. So I hope you liked today's cards. Oh, thank you. Appreciate the love and everything. This will be up on YouTube just a little bit later today. And I will list all the products used. There wasn't a whole lot. It was really the kit. So don't forget, the special is use this host code so that I know that you want the free embellishment when you purchase 3 card kits. All right. Take care. Don't forget, Stampin' Fun and More at 6:44 tomorrow night. We're going to be using a new bundle. And thank you, Becky. Yeah, and then Friday night is our paper pumpkin night. Last Friday of the month. So take care. Have a great rest of the week. And we'll see you tomorrow night.